And today I have two guests who really know it well from the Miami part of town, and I am here from the Hamptons. And we're going to discuss how COVID-19 and this change in our entire lives has affected the restaurant, food, and beverage industry.
Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thanks for having me, Jesse.
Thank you. Let's just get right into it. You know, like I said, my whole life has been about, dining out and enjoying the best there is and going out and meeting friends. And now we have this crazy pandemic, which seems like it's taking away this privilege, which we've taken for granted, so many of us. How do we still have a good time? I mean, even when I go out to, I've tried actually going out to eat, it's stressful. You got a waiter or a waitress standing above you and, wearing a mask, of course, but you just don't know. I'd like to get you, each of you to give me your input on the changes that you're seeing and how we can get back to having somewhat of a normal life.
Okay, so really quick, if you have a good time, you can still have a good time. I don't care when and what. But the thing is, lately I've been entertaining at my house, and we have been going to takeout places, getting food from there, supporting the restaurant industry, small places, neighborhood places. And then rather than being constricted there, table-wise and also with other people, and I will say that I usually only see the same people, like not strangers or whatever. The five.
You have your little group.
Yeah, a little group.
Yeah.
And then we sit here and have a good time. You can always have drinks. You can always have good food, and you can still have a good time, I think.
And Sam, what's your take?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's changed things a lot. It's really affected these high-dollar restaurants that have high rents and require business coming in every day. But what I do see is a lot of neighborhood restaurants are still doing okay. These smaller local spots that people have real ties to, people still want to go and eat. And people, a lot of people still can't cook, so they still need to get good food. As far as the social aspect of it, man, I mean, everyone's feeling it. Since this whole thing has started, I was living in Miami near Michael, and then now I'm living on a farm in the middle of the Everglades because there was nothing to do in Miami. And this is where I grew up, so it's an easier place to live, but I'm starved for social contact. And, I wish people would just start wearing masks so we can get back to it sooner.
Now, that's the whole thing. I mean, I just read an article that's talking about shutting down again, which I think would be a horrible idea. But at the same time, if people aren't behaving well, what's the alternative? We don't have any.
It's a sad state of affairs. I mean, because we can open sooner if we wear a mask. If we don't wear masks, we may have to shut down again, which is just going to kill more restaurants. I mean, a restaurant could likely survive closed. They can just cut costs and maybe survive and hang on. But when they have to reopen, refill all their inventory, bring everyone back, spend all that money, and then close again, that's like a death knell for so many restaurants.
And how bad does politics play a role in all of this?
Oh my God! Let me tell you. Real quick.
I asked the wrong fucking question. Oh my God! He's been waiting for this moment. You greedy bastard.
Sam.
He's fired up.
Sam, I'm going to meet your parents someday, so I'm really holding myself back.
Yeah, he tells me your parents are Republicans?
They are.
Okay.
So I'm holding myself back. But I will tell you a quick thing. I went for a COVID testing today because I've been feeling very tired but anti-symptomatic. And I got
So you're going to say anti-Semitic.
Well, if you don't shut up, that will come too. Anyway,
take no prisoners. Michael Weber, film at 11.
11:30, I get there. After me, 3 more people came and they stopped the testing and saying we don't have any more test kits, and they were supposed to be open until 5 o'clock.
All right, so let Sam counter. Let's let Sam put some.
You can't count it.
What did he say, Sam? I had a hard time reading his lips.
I agree 100%. I mean, I have my brother is a physician, and another brother of mine is a firefighter and a paramedic, and you know, I talk to them and they're dealing with COVID every day. My brother's in Tampa, and
They're
there's
heroes.
not any more ICU beds available, and it's continuing to explode. But people still seem to be getting their news from Facebook, which, you know, has as much credibility as any crackhead standing on the side of the road yelling at you.
Don't hold back, Sam. I hate when you hold back.
And it's yeah, it's sad. It's hard to watch because I see a lot of really smart people that are you know, it's like they'll believe anything. And you know,
so have you had moments where you've had to really like straighten somebody out to make them understand that this is reality and what you think you know is just a complete bunch of hogwash?
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I mean, it's proven. It's hard. It's next to impossible to change someone's mind just by talking to them. You know, definitely by yelling at them. You know, no one's ever been really influenced by someone that looked at them.
So
like
you grew up in my house where yelling was the way we communicated. I might as well have had George Costanza's parents. You know.
I love it.
Michael knows my parents. You know,
oh,
when
yeah.
they met, the people in my town thought Michael came from Brooklyn.
But anyway, let's go.
All right. So what do we do about this? What do we do to, you know, education is 9/10 of the law, you know, to give people reasoning power. How do we fix this? Or is it not fixable?
I mean, I think that, you know, it's human nature. We have to learn the hard way. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. That's kind of always been the case.
Yeah, it's an old adage, but it's true here. I mean, I want to have a fucking good time again. I miss that. You know, yesterday we had a couple over here, and he has you know, an issue with his heart. So I know that they were safe and that they had no, you know, COVID. But it was the first time that we had a normal afternoon. You know, I'd have to sit there and worry if he was going to breathe all over me. And we had a great time, and it felt so good. It was the drug of choice for my afternoon. And I crave that. And I think everybody's craving that.
Well, you know, a lot of people are treating life as it's everything's totally normal right now. I've been hired at events and cooked for folks who had parties, and everyone's acting totally normal. Meanwhile, they're talking about their friends that are in ICU, you know, hanging on to their life. And they still don't seem to grasp the severity of this disease. I mean, there's a perception issue. There's a massive distrust of all media right now, you know, which is understandable to a degree.
It's not even just the media, Sam.
I really think I don't think it's the media so much. It's, I mean, I really hate to say it, but you know, what comes out of the White House are excuses.
But it's not just the White House. You know what?
That guy, Peter Navarro. I mean, it's not the press. It's a messenger. You know, don't kill the messenger here.
Right.
Because shit that they say is coming directly from the higher up. And if you disparage a person like Dr. Fauci, I think you should be out already, you know, on some ocean and never ever to come back.
Do you think Dr. Fauci's telling the truth?
I think so, as best as he can.
I do too. Too. It's not in his best interest to lie. Why would he lie?
I mean, he's the guy
dealing with it.
He's the guy who, you know, I don't want to say solve, but helped solve the AIDS pandemic. So this guy's been around.
Right. So so all the conspiracy theories that are being tossed around that, you know, that the Bill Gates, you know,
in my eyes are just fucking conspiracies. I wouldn't even want to get into it.
Oh, we can get into it a little bit. I love hearing your point of view. You know, I think we you know, I think anyway, we need a little bit of reality here.
But, you know, if you want to really know, you know, what people are doing now, for example, I also work for a large caterer here, Bill Hansen in town. And obviously they don't have really that much going on. But we already have bookings for next year, a lot. And because some of the larger catering companies have gone under right now, we are still there. So there's something to look forward to. Another thing I really wanted to stress is what Sam is doing, and I think Sam can tell you best.
Yeah, Sam, tell us a little bit about your business. Yeah,
it's really
I'd like to hear that.
Well, I think a lot of these businesses, like you said, a lot of are going under right now, but those who can stick it out are going to reap the benefits afterwards. And right now, I've come upon an opportunity for a good space, and because I'm going into this knowing the situation and this way the service style has been affected, I can plan accordingly. And I'm opening a restaurant here in my hometown. It's a small town, less than 10,000 people. In the middle of South Florida.
Michael used the word redneck. You still stand by that word?
Yeah, there's some real rednecks around here.
Yippee-yay!
But there comes this little gem called Sam.
Oh, how much did he pay? How much did you pay him, Sam, to say that? Oh my God, that's so nice, Michael.
I just made food for him, and he stays happy. Make him food and pour him drinks.
My dog behaves the same way when I cook for him, you know.
Yeah. I've been selling food on Instagram. A lot of my friends, so everyone I know in the food scene in Miami is out of work right now. A few people here and there are picking up jobs, but a lot of people have just gone straight to those who they know and advertise on Instagram, selling things like pizzas. A friend of mine has started a soup business called What Soup Miami. I've been selling barbecue, and there's no overhead when you're cooking by yourself, and you can just distribute easily. I take orders the day before, and then I have a window where people come and pick things up. And we have it's all outdoors, open air. Everyone stays 6 feet apart, and they come and pick their food. I slice it to order.
Your mom must love you.
Well, and this is a food desert. There's nothing good to eat around here.
Ooh, I like that expression, food desert. That's great.
Yeah. Well, there's truly not much. Just to give you some context.
They do have alligator eggs.
We do have alligator eggs and iguanas, and I've had a black bear actually getting in my garbage the last week.
Wow.
The other day, he ate half a gallon of mayonnaise, which was impressive.
He won't
but to
live
give you
long.
some context about this area, an Arby's opened up in the town 20 minutes away, and there was a 2-hour wait to eat at Arby's when it opened up.
Tell the viewers where you live so they know the town.
Lewiston, Florida.
And that's near where?
It's on the south coast of Lake Okeechobee. It's dead center of the state between West Palm Beach and Fort Myers.
Okay, West Palm Beach and Fort Myers. Okay. And now tell us the name of your new restaurant and when is it opening?
The name is going to be Staghorn Kitchen or Staghorn something.
Why Staghorn? What does that mean?
Staghorn is a
stag or sag?
Staghorn.
Oh,
it's a type of plant. I love the name because staghorn. The word you think of like an elk or a big animal, meat. Americana, Teddy Roosevelt type stuff. But it's really a plant, so it's kind of got a double meaning.
Kind of an oxymoron.
Exactly. It's like Michael said. I'm here. I come from all the rednecks, but he found me. Right. I'm like his staghorn.
You're a stag. Meat. Be happy it's meat.
Yeah. So I'll be doing barbecue and local vegetables. This area, specifically during the winter, there's tons and tons and tons of produce that's grown around here and shipped all over the world, but most of it's not available to the local population. So my whole philosophy is to serve no frills, high quality food, barbecue, and then local vegetables whenever things are in season. As much as I can. I grew up here, so I have relationships with all the farmers. I went to school with all their kids, so I'll be able to.
That's got to help a lot,
Yeah. I mean, when shit hit the fan with this pandemic, the first thing I realized, I was like, man, I don't want to be in Miami. This city's full of lunatics. I want to get back home where it's calm and I have people that I can rely on. And you know what? People really appreciate it. They've been really grateful to me and very helpful for me getting this thing going. The pandemic has created an opportunity to get equipment and things for much cheaper.
It seems like it's affecting every industry like that. It's amazing.
Yeah, if you're a cook or a chef and you need some equipment, get online and find some auctions because, man, you can get stuff for pennies on the dollar right now.
Wow. And what about the homeless? How do you deal with the homeless? Do you ever, since you're out on the street there, since you've seen it up front, Have you had that element, cross your way?
No, not. We're in a rural community. If someone's homeless, it's a small town. Someone will take care of them, or or they go to Miami.
Right.
We don't have homeless.
Yeah.
We don't have any homeless around here.
It's good because Miami, I'm sure, is a freaking lunacy of so many different elements. And Michael,
Well, so Florida,
tell us, what was that?
It's Florida. Everyone else in the country, they hit a point in their life. It's time to restart. They've screwed up so far. They're like, it's time to restart. I'm going to Florida.
And your governor's going to kill them on the spot, telling them they can go back to health clubs. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, he seems to be
the most germs live are in a health club.
Yeah, I don't get his.
They disrupted his press conference today, so yeah. There you go.
History's not going to be kind for that. I don't think.
No. And Michael, what's your take?
Oh, my take.
What's your message?
My message
of hope.
What COVID? What are you talking about? And if you got any homeless, send them to Miami. The weather is good. If the beaches are open, they take a shower. Maybe they got some soap from somebody. No, really, I think honestly, what you have to do is if you are an optimist in life or not. So yes, it's all shit right now, but I really do think it will get better. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here or drink myself to death tonight.
Yeah, show the audience what you're drinking.
Actors Rosé, my friend. Rosé.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around.
Yeah, I see that. Gentlemen, I use that word loosely. Thank you for being on my show. I really love to have your input and give the viewers some hope here that they can finally find a little bit of normalcy and get back to having their food, their wine, their dining out experience. Of course, they have to do it safely. But hearing the both of you speak, it gives me hope to think that tomorrow's going to be a better day. You agree?
Most definitely.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you soon. All right, cool.